Hey guys, this is Pary's podcast. Welcome to the show.
That's what the internet told me to do, so that's why we're here today.
Well, the internet's never wrong.
Never. What do you think of this?
I like this. I mean,
Yeah, this is like everything from like our childhood put onto one wall.
that minus anything that ever happened at the Boys and Girls Club, but
This
can't be documented.
There's some things that you don't want to put up on that
There's
wall,
something
but there's
that you should not document.
other things that we're completely okay with. How many beers have you had?
Just 3.
Just 3? Yeah, so this is a brand new house. The people who like left they left us a whole bunch of beer from places I've never. What is this?
So this is Mad Hatter. This is from New Holland Brewery. Probably now one of my favorite breweries because founder sucks, racist bastards. But that's a whole nother podcast.
That's true. Okay, for this one, How long have we known each other?
God, what? I went to the Boys and Girls Club when I was 12 at the church, St. Anastasia.
I was at the one before that.
Yeah, so I was at St. Anastasia before. I think we were at St. Anastasia for 2 years before we went into the new building.
Yeah.
So that was, God, I'm 26. God, how long ago was that? So that's 14 years. So 2005 till now.
14 years?
14 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
It started with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic.
Which is on that side of the wall. Oh my gosh, that's 14 years? How many people have you known for 14 goddamn years? I have family that I've known for 14 years. I don't want to talk to them.
That was a journey. Yeah, it started with Michael Darby, you, Zishan.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Michael Yu, his little brother.
Yeah, Eric.
Then Paul Arkelian. Paul Arkelian is what started. Well, no, I don't think Paul started Magic. I think it was Michael.
It was Big Mike. Yeah.
Big Mike started Magic, and we were like, "Oh, I want to play." And then,
you know who that was? Is that one like Japanese kid?
Yeah, Michael Yu.
No, that wasn't him. Michael Yu came. He was in the new club. He wasn't at the St. Anastasia. That was like Seiko.
I don't know. I just remember he had a little brother.
Yeah. Well, no, like Michael had a little brother, but like this kid, because like he brought, I don't know, it was like some Asian Japanese, whatever the fuck he was. But he came over and he was like, we were all playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And this guy was like, hey, here's like a new one. And we're like, okay, for some reason, we all did what he was doing.
Yeah, and we all spent at least 3 works of college on
Oh,
cards.
goodness gracious, way too much.
Especially when we had our first, like, who did Paul brought in that one guy that, like, I think it was...
Todd?
Yeah, he brought in Todd.
Yeah, and after that we're like, so grown men are into this
game,
shit.
so
Yeah.
we're fine. We'll still be cool when we're in our 30s, still playing this stupid game.
Do you play?
No, not anymore.
I have everything, but I don't actually play anymore.
I don't know anyone who plays, except for my one roommate, and she plays, what does she play? What's the other one that we all never touched?
Pokemon?
No, it's like the deck is much bigger.
Oh, is it like...
It's still Magic, but what is it called?
I know what that game is too, but I don't remember what the fuck that shit's called.
She plays that, and I'm confused. Where there's like, I don't even know. She plays that.
I can't even play the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore because it's messed up.
No.
None of it makes sense.
Too many rules. I'm like, can we just go back to the old days where you had 4,000 life points and there wasn't all these like weird rules and deities and all this?
Deities?
I don't know. Was something like the time tickers or something?
Pendulum?
Yeah, pendulum monsters. I'm like, what is that?
Nope, I'm gone.
I think I finished playing after like Fusion. So after
I stopped
the
playing
heroes, like hero fusions, that was it.
That was when I pretty much stopped playing like for real too. Because I mostly played because of you guys. Like the moment because we all like, went to like college and it's like separated like from that one place. We met each other after school every day in the summer every day. Yeah. So after that, it was like, okay, well, shit. There's nowhere else left.
No one else plays anymore. And we're like, oh, I'm not as cool as I thought I would be. I thought I'd be as cool as Todd at 35 still playing this stupid game.
And since then, you've done drag.
Yes.
And I've done stand-up, which is I don't know.
You've done stand-up, you've done boxing. You said fuck engineering, fuck my parents.
I love my parents and I love engineering. I know Amazon's listening to this somehow. And
Amazon's
all these companies, dude, like people are listening to everything. This microphone is not even connected to the internet right now, and I'm sure they can hear us.
The FBI agent assigned to watch you is listening to this podcast right
now. But engineering, you get some good money out of engineering. You don't make no money in stand-up for a while. And even right now, I'm not. Like, it's really fun.
You get to travel, though. I mean,
I do.
You've been to New York?
Yeah, I've been to New York, I've been to L.A., and I've been to Ohio. Yeah. we went down the scale.
We'll just leave Ohio out of that one.
Ohio wasn't as fun as LA, I'll tell you that.
Oh, well, LA, I spent 3 days out in LA, and probably the best time of my life. Pretty fucking great.
All right, how in the world what is on your shirt? Does that have anything to do with that?
So
can they see that on the camera?
Can you see this on the camera?
They can see that.
Camera.
Oh, yeah.
So this right here is a sister of mine. Her name's Orion Story. So when I say sister, as in the drag community, you can make like a family or friends that do drag, and so like it's a bunch of friends of mine that we all do drag together, and we're like, well, let's just make a house. Not HOUSC, HAUS. And it's called...
Oh, there's more underneath there. Okay.
Definitely more. So the House of Divine is our... Most of our last names are Divine. If it's not, it doesn't matter.
Do you have a drag name?
Yeah. So drag name is Lorraine Divine.
It's
French for the Divine Queen.
Oh my gosh.
Another story how that got picked out.
Lorraine Divine. Ladies and gentlemen.
She's here.
Yeah.
She's here. Yeah, that's a 4-year journey. Yeah, I've been doing drag for 4 years now.
I've been doing stand up for like I think 3 or 4 too.
Yeah, because
That's
your
crazy.
first stand up show was before I went to jail.
God damn.
Before I went to jail. Yeah, that was fun.
He was at the first you were at the first stand up I ever did at a comedy club too.
Yeah, downtown. I still get the emails from the Comedy Castle.
Oh, you do?
I still do. I don't know why I signed up.
But you can opt out of that shit.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I think it's Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I still get those emails. It's fun. Yeah, so 4 years ago, well, even before I started, I used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, which a lot of people know it's mainstream now. And I was like, oh, I want to give that a shot. Watching Alyssa Edwards, Shangela, Latrice Royale, and meeting these people out in public. I'd go to clubs and meet them. I would pay $20 just to stand in line for an hour just to get a picture and say hi, I love you, and then goodbye. Never see her again. She would probably never remember me. So yeah, for just watching this TV show, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. Living in Grand Rapids, I think I've been going to drag shows since I was 18. So since I was 18, my first drag show was in Detroit. Absolute trash. It's at a bar that's shut down now, the Birdcage. Rest in peace.
The Birdcage.
Creepy name.
Yeah, the Birdcage.
Creepy people were there.
That shit.
And so, long behold, I'm dating this guy for 3 years, or we were dating for 3 years. I met his uncle, who is, I wouldn't say a well-known drag queen, but she's well-known for her age and where she lives in Kalamazoo. She gave me tips and tricks, and she's like, hey, there's an open drag night here in Kalamazoo at a bar. You bring 3 numbers, you perform, we'll see what happens. That fateful summer night happened. I went down in June, brought 13 of my friends. I think there was 13 of my friends in the bar, then plus maybe 6 or 7 patrons from Kalamazoo. So not a lot of people. Went up, performed my songs. By my 3rd number, I was so drunk that the host brought me up on stage, and she's like, this is your first time and you're doing this by yourself. There's no one here who helped you. I'm like, yeah, no one really helped me. I just did it on my own. And she's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I'm high as hell. But what I meant was I'm high on the energy, and so now my entire career everyone thinks I'm high.
Yep.
And it just snowballed from there. I went from there just to I performed, so for 4 years now, I have performed in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, mostly in Grand Rapids I've been performing, and through the 4-year journey, I mean, I've probably spent more money than I've made more money, but I'm not in it for the money, unless RuPaul calls me, hey RuPaul, so if you see this, call me.
You know how amazing that would be if they actually watched this, if anyone famous do you know okay, never say never, there was there are some comedians who I don't know how in the hell they found this YouTube channel, but this one dude, he was on the show Sullivan and Son.
That sounds familiar.
He was Ahmed, that's his name, and he was on that show. He was a regular on that show, and he actually I did a podcast with him in the back of the green room, and he was like, oh yeah, I've seen your shit. I'm like, you've seen this? How the fuck? So I don't know. There's people on the internet, some dude found Justin Bieber. Okay, so there's people on the internet looking.
Much,
right. They are looking for people, I don't know, to make famous or whatever. So people, I don't know how they find me, but there's some famous people who actually do watch this. I know Big Sean's seen a few of these because he's told me. Yeah.
Wait, you've talked to Big Sean?
I haven't done a podcast with him, but I saw him at there's this big conference that was last year, and it was a Boys and Girls Club with a sponsor of it.
Okay.
So I went over there. And I met him, and then he was like, "Oh, don't you do YouTube shit?" And I was like, "What?" And I thought he was mixing me up with someone who's actually someone who's actually famous. And then I was like, I pulled out a YouTube card, I pulled it out, and I was like, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and then he's listed one of the videos I did, and he was like, "That was a cool one." I'm like, "Oh."
You watch my shit, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if he watches it all the time, but he's definitely seen, like, he referenced one of the exact videos I made.
Yeah, business cards are something I need to get because, like, people are like, oh, yeah, do you have a business card? And I'm like, no, but I probably should make one because I've done a wedding. Actually, yeah, a couple months ago I did a wedding. Like, some people, I think they saw me perform at a bar, like, 3 months before their wedding. It was two girls, and out of nowhere found me on Instagram and was like, hey, we got a weird question. I was like, what's going on? She's like, would you be willing to perform in my wedding? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Like, yeah, why not?
Why not? Like, more exposure, perform at a wedding, get paid? Like, sure, why not? Like, what, made almost $200 that night? On top of, like, my pay was $130, and then, like, on tips, like, almost $200. Like,
that's more than I've made at once in stand-up. I think I've definitely spent more money than I've made.
Definitely spent more money than I've made.
I'm not actually grossing any sort of income from making people laugh yet. But it's not actually, like, it's not as bad because, I mean, I'm at a point now where it's like, I'm okay with, like, just living in, like, certain conditions. I'm like, I'm okay with, like, going to a comedy club that's, like, run down, like, the Birdcage. I don't know why the hell you ever walked into that bar.
Well, it was called the Rainbow Room, and then it went over to
the Rainbow Room, yeah.
If that didn't scream out, I'm a homosexual, I don't know what does.
There was a bar in Milwaukee that I was at, and it was called Where North Meets South. And we walked in there, and it was, like, one of those, not BDSM, what do you call it? It had like leather like shit all over the place. We did not get past the front door.
BDSM or leather, yeah.
So I mean,
leather
yeah, you get the picture, right? And then I was like, wait a minute. So this is definitely not. But I've been to some places for stand up where it's like people come here for fun. Like this is scary. What the fuck?
Yeah, I have performed in some bars where I'm just like, I might get murdered tonight. What's gonna happen?
There have been places where I was like, I want to call. Like when I was at Grand Rapids, I called you. Like a few years ago, I'm like, is this place okay? And then you were like, yeah, dude, like that's
Where
fine.
did you go that night? I feel like I sent you somewhere in Ionia.
You did. But I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. I remember calling you first and be like, hey, like, because
anybody.
Am I gonna live?
Rapids, yeah, you'll live. Anywhere in Ionia, you'll live. Grand Rapids is anywhere past like Hall Street and Division. You're I don't know what to tell you. You're every man for himself.
Yeah. Really?
And trip the first person in front of you so they get them first.
What? Well, how do you get onto like stage for drag? Because like for stand up, we have like open mics that you sign up over Facebook. Like, how do you get shows?
Okay, so kind of this. We kind of have like the similar thing. Like some bars will do like open mic night in a sense where you just come, show up, write your name down. You have to show up at a certain time, write your name down.
Right.
Make sure you bring your own music. And you're in.
Oh, do you have to make your own music?
No, you just like go on YouTube and like download something and I'm gonna lip sync this song. Just make sure you know your words. So now because I've been doing it for so long and like I've made friends in the community and like people have like seen me perform and like know what I can bring. Now 9 times out of 10 I get messaged on Facebook to be like, hey, I have this open. Would you like to perform in this show? And I'd be like, yes, I'll be in that show. Thank you, we'll write you down. So for my Friday, Saturday shows that I'm normally with Beauty Beyond Drag, which is a company a friend of mine, Bradley Haas, made. It is a company that does drag shows, but we also will do, it's more of a fundraiser for a certain cause. So the last show I was just in on last Friday was for the kids' food basket. So we do a 50-50 raffle ticket, and we also, I think like maybe like 30% of ticket sales go to the bar that's hosting us, and then the other 70% go to the food basket. And at the end of the show, we collect a bunch of money, and then we'll get like however much is sent out, and they'll let us know like, oh, for the kids' food basket, we sent them a check of $2,000, maybe, depending on how good the show was. So this company does just nothing but fundraisers, and he has a rotating list of drag queens that he likes to use for shows. So I get booked from there. Then there is another company called, I would say Power Divas, but he retired. Bradley, he retired, but it's going to be run now by Jasenia Sanchez. And so she does shows on Tuesdays and Sundays. And so Tuesdays are AMCAB for amateur queens or anyone. It doesn't have to be an amateur. And then Sunday night shows are for house divas and like people who have titles. So I can get.
What do you mean
booked
titles?
So you could win a crown. So like Honey Boo Boo, who went for pageants.
Yeah.
Just picture Honey Boo Boo running for pageants, but grown men in dresses and more makeup.
I don't want to picture Honey Boo Boo winning anything in life.
Well, she did. Her mom has a boyfriend now. If that makes anyone feel terrible about themselves, Honey Boo Boo.
I saw that meme. I was like, I don't. I'm like, how? I mean,
You're single and Honey Boo Boo's mom has a boyfriend. How do you feel?
I'm actually dating someone now.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, name, place, location,
name,
social security.
Okay, so her name. Shit, I don't even know if I should say her name because the government is watching it. I mean, in general, I don't really I don't talk about her on this sort of stuff because I don't know if she cares at all. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'll tell you her name after this. I met her. She's also an engineer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's not Indian.
Well, your dad told you not to marry.
This is a whole different. Yeah, my dad was the one who was like, "Yeah, don't do it," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Your mom."
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
You were dating Nikki Yaden. Your mom almost blew the Boys Girls Club up.
That was dude. I don't know what the hell happened to her either.
She's doing good. She just lives in Ann Arbor with her boyfriend.
She's but after high school, just nothing.
All of us, well, not all of us, most of us, Alex Cataldo, Hannah Kazara. She's got kids now. I haven't seen her.
She has kids?
Yeah, Hannah Kazara.
What?
I think 2 kids.
She has children?
She has children. Hannah Kazara has children.
Okay.
Nikki Eden has a boyfriend. Jordan Ridenauer, still the same size, but you could tell he's put on a little bit.
The same size.
Height wise, but he's put on a little bit of pound. He's not as skinny as he used to be, and you're
he's starting to work out?
Maybe just eat more.
Oh, okay. Do you talk to all of them still?
No, I don't. I only talk to you. I've talked to Tristan a couple of times.
That's about it.
Farron, Francis. Well, me and Farron are supposed to get dinner sometime or just see each other. I don't know. But anytime I come home and I go to the Boys Girls, so if I talk to whoever's there, Taylor. I haven't talked to Alex or Cecilia.
How do you? It's so hard to keep up because remember when you were in high school? It's I'll totally come visit you at college. It's yeah, I'll definitely. Did you never say it to anybody?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, because
I visited.
You took
Farron.
a pause, and I was like, oh gosh.
I didn't think about it. Yeah, I visited Farron. I visited you.
Yeah.
Because I was always at Michigan State for volleyball, so I was like, okay, that's a good excuse. Hey, I'm coming to Michigan State.
Twice? Definitely 2 times.
Because I remember we ran into each other at New Year's Eve at.
Yeah. I think it got shut down too.
What party was that? It was somewhere down here. What's
it was it was on the radio all the time. Was it Luna?
Luna, yeah. We ran into each other at Luna.
Which I think that place got shut down. Yeah. We keep shutting down bars. I don't think that's a good look.
That's okay. I've gotten kicked out of a couple. It's all right.
I think I've only got kicked out of 1, but I don't think that they were trying to get me. There was another dude who looked just like me, but shorter.
No, they kicked me out, and I haven't been back to this bar in 8 months. They banned me.
Oh, so yeah, they definitely kicked your ass out. They singled you out. This dude cannot come back.
No, cannot come back.
What do you do if you want to scale drag? If you ever want to become a big drag queen or drag star, what do you drag queen? Is that how you say?
Yeah.
How do you get really crazy famous?
Travel. 1, be able to get booked anywhere. So 1, become friendly with almost any promoter. Also, but the best way to get your name out there is win a title. So a pageant like Honey Boo Boo, but grown men in dresses doing things. So there's so pageants are run. There's amateur divisions and pro divisions. Mm-hmm. So start off in amateur and then work your way up to pro. Pageants usually consist of presentation. So presentation is depends on if they give you a theme. So I will actually be going for a pageant in April. So I can give you the theme. So the theme for the pageant for presentation is black and white. Very broad.
Well, you got half of that.
I have both of that. Yeah, I'm black and white.
True.
I'll just walk out there hi, I'm black and white.
Yeah.
This is my presentation. So you'll come up with a concept that represents something black and white, and then you'll present it. So you walk around, show them your outfit for maybe a minute and a half. You don't even walk around that long. You just give the judges enough time to look at your outfit, find some flaws, or find things that because then there's a point system. So you earn a certain amount of points in each category.
Pageant.
A legit pageant. So
how many people come
Miss
to those
America
things?
The pageantry system is it depends on where you're at, but in Grand Rapids the pageantry system is it's pretty good. You can get at least to 3 or 4 queens for each division to show up, but it also depends on which one it is. So Queen of Hearts is the longest running pageant in West Michigan. You're going to get at least, they usually take only 10 girls. Those 10 spots are filled the minute applications come out. The minute applications come out, people have already filled those spots.
Oh, okay.
So the one I'm going for in April is Miss Gay Kalamazoo.
Wait, Miss Gay Kalamazoo?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I'll be a drag queen as a woman, so Miss.
Oh wait.
So it's not like
I thought it was
Miss
like you
America.
had to be a gay drag queen to get in. I was like, that's a specific number of people, isn't it?
No, you don't have to be. Now,
You don't have to
because
be. Okay, that's
of... So there's AFAB queens, bio queens. So these are...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, women who are just like... They're biological women who just like to partake in drag. So they're called bio queens. So like now, because
Do they
of
dress
like...
as men?
No, they'll dress as women. They'll just do drag. They'll just be a woman who dresses as a drag queen. So just more exaggerated makeup, everything else. Because then there's also bio kings, and so you have your drag kings, which are females that portray themselves as dudes. But then there's also bio kings who are just, I'm a male. I don't want to be a drag queen, so I'll just do drag king things, and I'll become a drag queen. So like a lot more pageants are now allowing like non-binary AFAB queens, bio kings to compete in these pageantries. So I don't know about, so now it's like sometimes it's just creative presentation just to like make it broad for everyone instead of like creative gown, because it used to be it's only drag queens performing, so they should wear a gown.
There's way more to this than I had thought in a million years. What in the world?
There's a lot of layers to this.
At least there's okay. I'm kind of happy that there's a way for you to like, because for actors you have to get chosen to be an actor, which is I think is like super weird. Like actors don't have like open mics.
No, and you get chosen to
don't-
be a drag queen in a weird way. Like,
Yeah, but you have people coming up to you and ask. Like, if I was like an aspiring actor, I wouldn't have anyone come up to me and be like, "Hey, do you want to get in this movie?" Like, no, you have to go try out.
Yeah.
Like the only way someone comes up to you and asks is if you're like Brad Pitt, right? Or if you're like no one's gonna ask you to take this role.
and the open mic nights for drag are kind of like your auditions to be like, can I make it? Can I continue this career? Because like, you know, you're gonna have your friends there that are gonna support you. By all means, like friends should support, but like also like you have to realize what it takes to like, it takes a lot of money and a lot of practice, and like I mean, if I could bring up a picture of what I looked like 4 years ago to what I look like now, big difference.
Are those interesting headshots? Because is it so you or like
It's me.
It's
it's interesting.
like you
headshots.
like right now, as in,
Yeah,
or you as in
me-
like okay, like in drag.
Yes, in drag. So like it's a total like difference of like what I look like
man.
from 4 years ago. I think I posted on Facebook like, oh yeah, so this is my first year. Like just
That's you.
That's
Wait,
busted
can you show
ugly.
me actually, we'll just send me that picture. We'll put it like on the video.
okay, so like that's like
you.
4 years ago, ugly. Like I mean I thought I
Like
was
you
just,
look better with
hot
no
shit.
makeup.
Yeah, and then that's a professional.
Holy
set.
shit,
Totally different.
man! Miss what a divine. What were you?
Yeah, Miss Divine.
Woo.
We'll go with that. But like totally
You can
different.
do better makeup than women can do on themselves.
I'm also wearing like 7 pounds of it.
Yeah, it doesn't like girls do that shit, but look at you actually look convincing. Holy crap!
That's what we're going for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like you did it.
Michelle Obama in a dress or Serena Williams, but that's okay. They're both beautiful women.
By the way, that's our whole time. Wow. It passes by. Everyone says it takes forever. It passes by really fucking quick.
That passes by quickly.
Where can they find you on like Instagram or something? Just, like look at a camera and tell them like where.
Yeah.
Where can I
follow me
see
on,
more?
If you want to follow me on Instagram, Marcus MARXUS _J33, and then Facebook just Marcus Johns. I'm kind of private on my Facebook just because I have family. Little different views, but so it's just Marcus Johns. And
Literally
it's very hard
different
to. It's a picture of just me and my boyfriend at the time, or for the moment. Yeah, right now.
You're still gay?
You ask that question every time.
I know.
You ask that question every time. Yep.
Like you know, like they have like the medication for it.
Conversion cancer.
I cannot wait.
They don't work.
They can't wait till I get taken down for saying that. I love this guy, by the way. So it's not anything malicious. I mean,
It's 14 years of friendship.
a little bit, but I still love him for who
He
he
still
is.
comments shit on my Facebook. Still gay? Yeah, I'm still gay.
Okay, so I think find this guy on like Facebook, wherever you want to find him. All the links gonna be in the description below. All right, thank you, Marcus.
Yeah,
Peace.
no problem. Thanks.